This message is from the Kingdom Citizens Pavilion, Jos, Nigeria.
You see, the church needs to come to terms that if we don't do it, it can't be done. But if you as an individual won't do it, somebody else will do it. God's plan was for Israel to leave Egypt and enter the promised land, right? Did he succeed? Huh? But not every Jew entered the promised land, but Israel entered. The church is failing but cannot. Right? Cannot. Are you going to be part of the one that failed? A lot of Jews left and they didn't enter the promised land, right? They perished. What is it that God is saying to you? What are you using what you are hearing, to address, to accomplish? How is the gospel informing everything you are doing? Only the brand of Jesus' life can make a difference in this world. And that's why we spoke 2 weeks ago about what does it mean to inherit the kingdom? What does it mean to inherit the kingdom? To inherit the kingdom means to share in the life brand of Jesus. Matthew 21:43. I will take the kingdom away from you and given to a nation that is bearing the fruits of it. So you need to do a personal appraisal. Are you an escapist? Are you a self-entitled person? Are you benefiting from this infantile mentality, this perpetual childhood of the church? Right? Where spiritual development is no longer valued. The most tragic thing that can happen to anybody in life is to be replaced. Right? To be replaced. And God has a very strong bench. That's an assignment God has given you as an individual. For every Adam, there is a Jesus. Right? For every Eli, there's a Samuel growing in the house. For every Saul, there's a David. Right? And I tell you, there are a lot of people who stopped on their way to Golgotha. Right? The reason you hear about Jesus is because he was the one that got there. You can settle for less. The world is yet to see what God can do through a man whose life is in absolute submission to him. What are we going to do about these things? And when are we going to do it? Time is running out. Do you do constant self-audit to look at this, your new person? Do you examine it? Do you have hearing problem? That's why you don't walk straight. What are you hearing? Is it the right thing? I'm ashamed of the young people in this country. It's a shame. Your children, if things continue like this, will abuse you. Yeah. Because of the self-centeredness. So never look too far from the problem to find the solution. Right? The solution to a problem is always where? Is in the problem. Truth has become very difficult to believe. We can't have a generation of kids, of children who they don't have an experience with God. I've told us that our expectations, we must be sure that it exists. And number two, it's not at variance, with God's expectation. What God wants is for humans to reveal him. We can know. Right? There is a seventh sense. Right? We can know. You can sense. That's the language we use in our, in our church in those days. I sense it. There's a knowing, and it's about the way your heart is. I've told you, understanding the Bible doesn't come by study. Never forget that. It comes by a desire to obey it. What price are you willing to pay for you to be an asset on earth? To your friends, to your children, to your parents, to your church, to your community? What will you deny yourself? Because that's the only way, that's the Jesus Life brand. What will you deny yourself? The one that's given to pleasure, the one that is self-seeking, you will amount to nothing. If life is just about you, you will amount to nothing. You will just, when they do census, right? It will all come to you. But if you want to live this life, it must be cross-centered. If Jesus had walked this life without the cross, it would have been a failure. In fact, we won't hear about it. What brought meaning to everything he did, all the miracles? The authentic Jesus-centered gospel. The reality of it is that it is cross-centered.
Thank you for listening, and trust you had an amazing time listening. For more information, you can visit our Facebook and Instagram page at Kingdom Citizens Pavilion, KCP Jos on YouTube, or you can call Israel on 080-6152-9446. We hope to hear from you.